Good morning, everybody. I'm Teresa Perrin, and this is my stock market watch list for Friday, December 16th, 2022. All the indices are looking red. The entire market is looking very bloody today. Will we get a rebound rally at the end of the day? It's questionable. There's going to be a lot of volatility today, guys, because it is quadruple witching for the options chain. So those of you familiar with that know that the market as a whole will have a lot of volatility in it. Let's get started. Please remember, nothing I say is financial advice, and always do your own DD. This is only a watch list, not a recommendation to buy, hold, or sell any of these tickers. All right, guys, TAL Education Group, ticker TAL, is my play of the week. And the reason for that is because if TAL breaks through $7.02, now $7.20, gets up to approximately, I think it's like $9.65 off the top of my head. It's somewhere in that price range, guys. There is a gap fill all the way up to $19.56. Give or take. This is off the top of my memory. It's somewhere in the 19s, okay? So that is a huge gap fill that I think we are getting close. Yesterday, this tried to break out. It got to $7.20 and was immediately pulled back down. It was very strange, the price action and the way that it happened, guys. But I would keep this on your radar because if it moves and breaks through, it can get very quickly up to that level. And I'm not saying it's going to happen today. However, it is quadruple witching. Nothing's impossible. All right, TME, 10 cent. This is another one that's had some crazy volatility in it lately, guys. I truly am expecting this to break back into the 8s today. Again, though, it's very hard to say with the market being red the way it is this morning, if that'll happen or not. But I would not be surprised if it even got close to testing 9. But again, that's going to depend on how options are stacked, in my opinion. NIO. NIO. All right, guys, this has had a lot of volatility this week. It broke away from that $13 range that it was in. This is another one I'm watching to see if it can get some momentum back and break back above 13. Rivian, RIVN. All right, guys, this may not be a play for today. I'm not sure if they try to tank it more because Monday, a lot of funds are going to have to buy into this. If you didn't listen to Stock Talk Weekly's Play of the Week, I suggest you listen to that video, that recording in Twitter. For our space last week because somebody was explaining why a bunch of funds, whether they want to or not, are going to have to buy into Rivian on Monday. So do they try to tank it more to get better pricing and then Monday this takes off? I'm not quite sure, but it is certainly worth keeping on your radar. COSM, guys, this should be on everybody's watch list this morning. There's some crazy stuff happening with this. Supposedly, it did a 25 for 1. So for every 25 shares that you owned, you now own 1. It went all the way up to where it should have, I guess, realistically, to around $8, $9. Depending on which site you look at. And then, guys, they pulled it all the way back down to 40 cents. Now it's up into the $2 range somewhere. Watch my video for more details on that. This is certainly worth watching, although a lot of funds are not letting you trade it right now. And honestly, I think that the SEC needs to investigate this and perhaps stop the trading for today to figure out what the heck happened because something BS is going on. Maxar, M-A-X-R. All right, guys, Maxar Technology announced it'll be acquired by Advent International for $6.4 billion. Stockholders will receive $53 in cash. So, guys, if you're willing to hold this until that goes through, then there is a little bit of arbitrage opportunity for a 6% gain if it's still trading at $50. It's up $26.90. So AVCT crew, I know that, this is something that people have been in AVCT hoping for that buyout. Look at what can happen to that stock price overnight. So hang in there. Not saying that it's going to happen, but if it does, then that's the potential that we see. AUVI. All right, guys, a few days ago, AUVI announced a huge contract for a $4.5 million deal to provide hotel furnishing. and the shares only slightly went up. I mean, they are up today more than they did on that announcement, 29.17%. I would keep AUVI on your radar because it is severely beat down and it's a tiny company, so that deal was actually significant. OCGN, Ocugen. Well, guys, this was in the news recently because of the whole scheme that the Atlas Trading Group did. This was one of the stocks that they had pumped previously. Well, today we got notice that Ocugen announced a phase 3 confirmatory clinical trial agreement for NeoCart, and they plan to start their clinical phase 3 trial in late 2023, early 2024. So could Ocugen, OCGN, potentially see move higher off of that news? It's possible, but remember, it's not till late 2023, early 2024. So, hopefully it brings some eyes on it and it gets a move, but I'm not going to count my eggs before they hatch. IMPP. All right, guys, this is up in pre-market in after hours yesterday. It started moving. You may have saw my tweet last night because it's quite a surprise to see this name go, but it's because they gave them another 180 days to meet the NASDAQ minimum listing compliance. PHVS. Well, guys, this is one that's been up and down, up and down. You can ride it in both directions. Currently this morning, it is up 6.56%, and I think it bears watching. HTGM, this is another one that had a huge rally earlier in the week. Not surprisingly, because they traded 18 times the entire float. That's 18 times the entire float. So if you watched my video, I said it's likely they're going to try to tank this to get people to sell. And then we should start to see another buying opportunity come into it. Unless retail was strong diamond handing it, which, guys, nobody's diamond handing in this market right now. So they're in and they're out. But this has the potential to make substantial moves to the upside. Again, I'm watching for a bottom in HTGM and see if that opportunity comes in. COMS. Well, guys, I think that COMS could potentially follow the COSM rally and move to the upside. It did come back. Let's see, did it find its floor? I'm not sure, but I know that this is due for another rally soon. Mullen, M-U-L-N. Guys, I've put out a couple videos this week on Mullen. They've had good news after good news, and they got a huge purchase order for vans from the dealership yesterday. Watch that video if you haven't already. I expect maybe another PR drop by David Mitchery today, and Mullen to continue its move up. Yesterday, it looked like it was starting to try to squeeze, and on that halt, they pulled it down. So, Helbiz. Guys, I think Helbiz is getting very close to its floor if it's not already found it yet. I'd be looking for some news to drop on Helbiz soon and a potential move to the upside in this ticker. FIGS. This is the last one on my radar today, guys, because I strongly believe they are going to try to get those 750 options into the money and potentially move it even higher. This has had really weird movement this week with the rest of the market. Keep an eye on it because this is a stock that's been in a strong uptrend until the past week or two, where they've just been, kind of trading it sideways if you look at the overall chart, but it's definitely had a pullback, and I think it's ready to have another rally. Now, the top market gainers are MAXR, MINM, LANV, CRKN, and that's a second day in a row, I believe, for CRKN, and AUVI. The top losers, COSM, AGFY, GH, NH, and AVYA. Oh my gosh, I can't believe AVYA is at 35 cents. I remember trading that a while ago around $1 or $2. Okay, most active, AIG, ASX, FHN, Mullen, guys, Mullen, and BAX. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Please remember to smash that like button on your way out.